Hey Flosstube, it's Katie the Stash Queen coming to you on this Friday, June the 16th, complete with my new crown. Isn't it cute? I know, I've been gone a really long time. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. May and June have been absolutely insane. For all of those who have commented on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, I've been around. I just haven't had time to make a video. Why, you may ask? Well, May started and went into June. Really, in May I was at the school almost every day for one reason or another. We had a first grade field trip I helped chaperone. We had a fifth grade class show, a first grade class party, a fifth grade class party, a fifth grade graduation. We had my son turned 7 and we had his birthday party. I turned 38 and went out, or 37, I'm aging myself. Wait, I turned 37, not 38. Still gotta get another year for that. I turned 37, went out and did stuff for that. My dad turned 60. We had a birthday party for him. My daughter turned 11. We went out and did medieval times, which is where the crown is from. The kids insisted I get it and insisted that I wear it. So it works. It's a crown. I'm a queen. So there you go. So my daughter turned 11, went to medieval times. My husband and I celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary. The last day of school was a half day, and as soon as I picked up we did a clap out for the 5th graders, which made me all emotional because I now have a 6th grader. Boggles my mind. And I took my daughter, went straight to pick up my mom, and went to the airport right after school to fly to New York for the weekend. And me and my sister and my mom and my daughter all went bridal gown shopping for my sister who's getting married next spring. I'm going to be the matron of honor. My daughter is the flower girl. Yay! But we went to for those of you who watch the TV show Say Yes to the Dress, Kleinfeld's, we went there. We saw nearly all of the consultants. Randy wasn't there, but that's okay. The highlight was my daughter loves the show, and her favorite character on there is Shay. He's the new male consultant. And he was there, and we passed by him at one point while he was sitting there talking to Panina, and said hi and mentioned that my daughter was his biggest fan. And he came back over to us later, complimented her on her dress, asked her, what her name was, talked with her for a few minutes, let us take a picture with him. So sweet. My daughter was over the moon excited. Then later on, while we were still trying on dresses, because oh my gosh, how many dresses did my sister try on? He came back around because his sister had come to surprise him, and he introduced Teresa to his sister, and it was a lot of fun. She hasn't picked her dress finally yet. She's coming the first week of July to do some shopping down here. But she's officially moving to California, got a job in California that starts in August, so the wedding's going to be in California, and it's just all sorts of crazy. And I know I forgot stuff that's been going on. Oh yeah, we're in summer vacation now, so we're adjusting to summer vacation schedule. Went out and saw Cars 3 today. It's excellent. I highly recommend it. So yeah, life's been busy. Wee bit. I do appreciate all of the questions and comments about where I've been. You will always find me on Mania. You will usually find me on Instagram after I post when I stitch. My stitching, I was able to get through my whole Mania, but I had to double up some days because other days I didn't stitch or whatnot. But, we've got, if you're ever looking for me, that's where I am. I know everyone out there likes it or worries when Flosstubers stop making videos, and it's not that I stopped, it's just that life got in the way. It is my goal, knock on wood, to go back to weekly videos. And I'm going to try to do them on Fridays because I think that'll be the easiest day for me to do it during the summer, and then I will reevaluate when the school year starts again. While I'm aiming to go back to weekly, you heard what May and June were like. My husband and I are going to go on a trip to Chicago at some point this summer to celebrate our 15-year wedding anniversary, since that's where we went on our honeymoon, and visit my brother and his girlfriend that live up there. We're going to do a family trip of some sort. I already said my sister's coming into town, so there's going to be more bridal dress shopping. So my goal is to go back to weekly. We'll see how it goes. The biggest reason why my goal is to go back to weekly is because holy heck do I have a lot to show you guys today. We have questions, we have stitching, we have stash. Remember, it was my birthday in May. So I was sent gifts, I was giving gift certificates, not just from people out in the Flosstube online world, but like my parents gave me a big old gift certificate to Amazon, bought myself a couple of birthday presents. So there's a lot. So, shall we get started? All right, we will start as always with my Q&A. Darla Beckerson asked, you've mentioned a couple times that you did the Doctor Who clock for your son. Would that be in one of your videos, or do you have a picture you could share? I went back and looked at my videos. Flosstube number 48, which is called the last video of 2015, has the finished clock in it. The finished stitching in the clock, everything. It is on my son's wall, so I didn't want to take it down. And then previous videos up to that will show progress. But number 48 is where the finished clock is. So go take a look. Chris Russer asked what, and I'm again apologize for butchering names, what fabric is Flames of Desire stitched on? It is stitched on 32 Belfast in Mayan Apocalypse from Under the Sea Fabrics. Cross Stitch Queen said that bookshelf one that you barely started, can you tell me where you got it? Well, this comment was on my video number 1, the first video. So I am assuming you were talking about the bookshelf by Little House Needleworks. I either got it from an LNS or from 123 Stitch. I couldn't tell you where specifically I got it now, but I know you can find it on 123 Stitch. It's a relatively popular pattern. Soldier Stitching asked, Katie, do you think you could do a video showcasing all of your finished but not fully finished projects? Yes, not today, but I will work on setting that up to get it done. Diana Ballard said, Katie, I remember you mentioning a while back the Picture This Plus has a Christmas in July sale. How does this generally work? How many days does it last? And is there a certain percentage off? Thanks. I don't remember. I've slept since last July. I don't remember all the details. What I will do, they do send out emails and such about it coming up. I will put a link to the Picture This Plus website in the description box below, and you can go and sign up to be a part of their email list if you aren't already, and you should get the emails letting you know when it's coming. And then of course, if you're in any of the cross stitch groups, I'm sure as soon as it starts and the information comes out, there will be a gazillion posts about it. Just remember, because there's a gazillion posts about it, there's probably a gazillion people buying a gazillion pieces of fabric. So it takes a while, and they warn you of this, that it may take an extended period of time to get your fabrics that you order during the Christmas and July sale. So don't order it needing it for the next month. It's definitely something for long-term planning or stash enhancement. Miss Supergirl 3000 said, I'd love to know what colors you're using for most sale for the Fantasy Salad border, and how many skeins do you think you'll need of the whole thing? I'm assuming you're meaning the Lakeside Fantasy or Lakeside Needlecraft Fantasy Stitch Along. I'm actually not using Mo's for that. I am using threads, excuse me, from Jottery Designs. Subbed them all out. The main border, the two colors that I think you're discussing, and if it's not, correct me. The circles I am using, it's called Purple Planets for all of my circular internal frames. And then the outline of the main frame, not all the internal colors, but the outline of the main frame is being done in sapphires from Jottery Designs. And I have 2 or 3 skeins of both of them in order to make sure I had enough. I am on my second skein of sapphires, I believe. And I probably use 2 skeins of Purple Planets for the internal. So I would get 2 or 3 skeins for sure. Stash Monkey asked, hi Katie, nice to see you again. Sorry it's been so long. The last flosses you showed, Floss of the Month with Violet Parakeet. I missed the name of the dyer. I love the bright colors and want some of my own help. It is Jottery Designs. I will put a link to her shop below. But yeah, that's my floss of the month, is Jottery. Gemma Try said, I have a question because I'm curious, when did your multiple starts whips journey begin, or have you always had many awesome starts whips? Believe it or not, I used to be a monogamous stitcher. Nothing wrong with monogamous stitching. But it totally, I got burned out with monogamous stitching. The first time I did multiple whips at a time, I'll admit it was overwhelming. Partially because I was in college and partially because they were all wedding gifts. Gifts from my mom, my mother-in-law, my maid of honor, and my 2 bridesmaids. So I had 5 projects that I was stitching, and there was a hard deadline for those. So I got a little bit overwhelmed when I did. That was back in 2002, so 15 years ago. Or actually started in 2001 because that's when we got engaged. And after I finished those, I took a break for a while. And then I started stitching our Christmas stockings and got burned out. Even with just the 2 of those, I got burned out because 1, there was a deadline, and 2, I wanted something to break, and I didn't have a lot of stuff at the time, so I would put it down for forever. When I really got back into stitching big time a couple of years ago, I had acquired patterns, I had some stuff I'd already started, and it just kind of exploded from there. Then I became friends with Kate, the Queen of Starts, and she's a bad influence. I love you, Kate. And then, you know, she's the one that really got gung-ho in the year of starts. I found Stitch Mania. That, of course, year 1, I signed up to be 15 starts in 15 days because I thought, hey, sure. Yeah, then I ended up moving it in 2015 to all the way to 35 starts. Because I decided when I was at my 15th start, I still wanted to keep going. And the rest, I guess you can say, is history. But I will say, you need to do what's best for you with stitching. If you can't handle more than 1 whip at a time, have fun with your 1 whip. Love it, enjoy it. You'll get more finishes than me, or faster finishes at least. If you want to start multiple whips at a time, great. If you're not sure if multiple starts is going to work for you, try it. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, don't feel bad. Everyone has to do what works best for them. You will never hear me saying, oh my God, you're a monogamous stitcher. Ugh. Or, oh my God, you start 1,000 starts. Ugh. No, whatever works best for you, whatever makes you happy, all I worry about. Covered in Cat Hair said, I also have a question regarding your Stitch a Day piece. On days when you're working on multiple projects or multiple colors, do you add each stitch as you work, or do you save them until the end? It kind of depends on the flow of the projects that I'm working on for the day. But usually when I am done with that color, I will put the stitch in just so I don't have to go back and do it later. But sometimes I do wait until the end if it just kind of depends on the day. Then Julie Susical Stitcher said, can you talk a little bit about subbing Anchor white or black for DMC white or black? I actually don't use Anchor. Nothing against it. I've just never used it. I have a full stash of DMC, so I haven't, for all the reasons I buy stash, I've never seen the need to go to Anchor. Now, I will say quite a few people I know in Flosstube do use Anchor Black, at least. I haven't heard as much about Anchor White, but Anchor Black I've heard a lot about, and some people say it has better coverage than DMC. I can't tell you one way or the other officially if it does or not, but there are lots of people out there that do use Anchor instead of DMC. I'm just a DMC girl. So those are my questions for this time around. Again, I'm sorry it took so long for me to get back to you, but if you have any questions for me, feel free to put them in the comments below and I will get to them next time. Wanted to give a quick update about Stitch Mania, the group, not that Stitch Along. We're at over 10,000 members. That's insane to me. Absolutely insane. I think it's incredible. It is awesome. You're definitely welcome to come and join if you haven't already signed up. Just remember, we will look at your profiles. If there isn't something obviously stitchy or needlecraft related, by needlecrafts I mean embroidery, crochet, needlework in general, anything like that. If there isn't something like that in your profile and you aren't friends with anyone in the group, or you don't have any likes of stitchy related stuff, you will probably not get accepted. But you can always send me or Garrett a message and we'll be happy to get you in. Also, for those of you who are already in Mania and are already aware of this, I spammed all of you guys a couple of weeks ago with all of the 2018 stitch-alongs. So now our stitch-alongs are planned out until the end of 2018. And one of those actually goes into 2019, one of the challenge stitch-alongs. We have... I didn't write down all of the different types, but we have a couple of annual stitch-alongs. We have the monthly ones like we do. We have a second round of tour day designers with new designers that we did not use this year. And no one we used this year is on the list for next year. We have several challenges between the Winter Olympics and World Cup, and Garrett and I are both stealing Jessie Marie's idea of doing 2-week-long challenges for our birthdays, and the midterm election, and 12 days of Stitchmas. Got a ton of those. Lots of holiday one-day stitch-alongs. So like on Father's Day, stitch something related to fathers, so on, or family, so on and so forth. Have another round of Color Day stitch along. Next year, the theme is all colors based on the signs of the zodiac. We've got another year of starts planned for start a new project on the 18th, since it'll be 2018. So we've got a ton of stuff. A ton. Oh my gosh, a ton. Took a while to come up with them. Took even longer to schedule them. So I'm sorry if you got sick of me spamming you with stuff. Sorry. But they're there, they're ready to go, start getting planning, have fun, have at it. Can't wait to see what everyone does in 2018. All right. What have I done since I saw you guys last time? I'm going to start with the monthly mystery stitch along, which I'm sorely behind on, so I'm going to say this now. You'll see all my Stitch Mania starts here in a minute. June's monthly Mania stitch along is Wine and Whips, which the idea is to take a whip of yours that makes you whine for whatever reason. It could be a good wine, it could be a bad wine. You know, whining because you really, really want to just work on that piece, or you love that piece and want to get back to it, or, you know, you're dragging or having a hard time getting through one of the pieces, whatever reason. For what I decided to do for Wine and Whips is work on getting caught up on my stitch along, which I now cut down to 4. The ABC de la Bordeuse from Jardin Privé, the Birthstone Dragon Cell from Ingleside Imaginarium, the Fabulous Women from Cloud's Factory, and the excuse me, the Happily Ever After from Frosted Pumpkin. Everything else is just waiting. So my goal is to get caught up on all of those. 2 of them I don't think I'll have an issue with. 2 of them I might. We'll see. So the 2 that I have worked on since I last saw you. First one is ABC de la Bordeaux from, and again, I'm butchering the French, from Jardin Privé. The latest part of this came out yesterday, the 15th. So I am caught up to yesterday. I finished the 4, parts 1 through 4 are all completed. So here we go. Let me see if I can get it back here. Here it is. Right now, the full piece. This is being done on 28 Jobelan in Winter Wishes 1/1 using Dinky Dyes silks. So here I will go through for you. And of course, this is obviously the English version because I don't speak French. So here you go. I love how this is turning out. This is such a fun piece. So my minder is the little Steampunk Belle needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies, because she looks like the girl up here, who kind of looks like me. So that is where we are so far. So I have one more part of this to be fully caught up, and there are only 6 parts to this pattern. So we are on the 5th one, just got released. So 5th one, 6th one. So hopefully I'll have this done next month. That'd be awesome. I will say, because a couple questions came up in Mania about this, the reason it is not charted to be done 1/1, it is charted to be done 2/2. It becomes massively huge when you do it 2/2. I did it 1/1 so I could take a fat quarter and just cut it in half, and it'll fit because I've got 2 more with the border, and that worked wonderfully. So if you are wanting to do this, just realize if you do it 2/2, it's going to be big. Think giant Harry Potter lengthwise, at least not the width, but lengthwise. Maybe a little bit bigger or smaller, but 1/1 working really well. And the Dinky Dyes are fun to work with. And then the other one that I have worked on since I saw you last is the Birthstone Dragon Stitch Along. I was behind on April, May, and June. I have completed April. So this is being done on 32 Jobelan in Vineyard from Under the Sea Fabrics. There is my April dragon with all of her Herkimer diamonds. She's holding them. She's wearing them. She has a crown of diamonds and a little cloak of diamonds and so many diamonds. So here we are at this point. So I have 2 more to do to be caught up before the next one comes out on the 1st, which I think I can do. I'm going to try to finish that ABC de la Bertuse, this part, and then I'll move to this one. June has 2 dragons. May is emerald. June has 2 dragons. It is same shape, different color scheme. One is pearl, one is alexandrite. So I'd asked my daughter, who is my June bug, which one she wanted me to do. And she originally said pearl because she likes pearl the most. You can have a pearl necklace, see? Pearl. And then we saw, and I forget who posted it first, so I apologize. But one person in the group, the Ingleside Imaginarium Stitch Along group, did something really creative and took the main colors of the pearl and then they did the accents from the alexandrite ones. And my daughter saw that and she loved it. So I'm going to be doing something similar. And then, of course, there will be bling, there will be pearls, there will be alexandrites, and there will be moonstones, because that's the 3rd birthstone for June, all on there. Okay, so those are what I worked on since I saw you guys last for the monthly mystery sales. I have not worked on Fabulous Women. I have not worked on Happily Ever After. I'm sorely behind on those, but we'll get to them. And like I said, for Wine and Whips, I'm working on all the sales. We will see where I stand at the beginning of July, or at the end of June, beginning of July, as to if I'm going to just keep going to try to get the sales caught up before I go back to any sort of other regular rotation. There's another month, the Patriotic Pride sale starts in July, so I'm going to be participating in that, but I really want to get these done before I start going back to my regular rotation, so we'll see where I am. Also, since I saw you guys last, before I get into Mania, the May Color a Day Stitch Along was Elegant Emerald. So I decided to work on my Spirit of Oz Santa by Brooks Books, though I didn't really stitch green that day. I worked on Glinda, so I just have to do this one more arm, and then I believe she's done. She has green shoes and green eyes. And there's more green. And then my minder is a little Celtic needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. I did not participate in the June one. Oops. Just didn't. And now as I'm talking, I'm realizing I forgot to put something else in there that I did work on, which was the full coverage for the 5th. It's in here. I'll get to it in a little bit. All right. Mania. So Stitch Mania 2017 was a great success. I hope everyone who participated had a great time, whether you did 1 start, all whips, 30 something starts, whatever insanity you did. I hope you guys had fun. We're already looking forward to next year's Mania, as well as all the other stitch alongs between now and then. I did get all 37 of mine started. I didn't necessarily get them all started on the days I had planned because of life. It was a tiring, busy month and a half. But I got them all done before the end of May, so that's really all that matters. And I think I showed a couple of these when we my last video, but I can't remember for sure, and I did not have a chance to start back to watch my video. So I'm just going to show you all 37. Okay, let's go. All right. May 1st, I started on Andromeda by Mirabilia. This was also took part in the stitch along that Just Marie made up for the Maniac Mira Mondays. And I am stitching this on 28 Joblin in Gina from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here is where I got to the day that I started it. And my minder is a pretty blingy needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. I definitely have to pack up as I go along because, oh my God. I put pictures up in Mania before I started recording, and I keep seeing all the comments. So-and-so commented on your photo. So-and-so commented on your photo. There's a lot. Then the next one that I started was Afternoon in New York by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I started this on the 2nd in honor of my sister, who currently lives in New York. And I am doing this on 28 Joblin in Ice Crystals from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. No, it's not a Dalek. For those of you who commented, yes, it kind of looks like a Dalek, but it's not. It's the Empire State Building. And then I have my little New York needle minder from Nifty Needle, or not Nifty Needle Nannies, No Name Needle Minders. Nifty Needle Nannies, No Name Needle Minders, you triple N's. Get them all confusing. So there's that. I really liked working on all 4 of these because they all 4 got started. They were just fun. Then on the 3rd, I had 2 starts. The first one was Angelina by Mill Hill, which also incorporated into the Tour de Designers for May, which was Mill Hill. And here is where I got on her. And my little minder is a little snowflake needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. Then the second one that I did on the 3rd was Woven Cross, and this is from Just Cross Stitch April 2016. I have no idea if I did the first round of stitches right because it's a looped cross stitch, and it's not talking about the loop start, it's talking about a looped cross stitch, and I couldn't find that anywhere, so don't know if I did it right, but it's gonna work for me. This is being done on 32 Joblin in Mermaid Seas from Under the Sea Fabrics. And my minder is a pretty cross needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Then on the 4th, we had our May the 4th Be With You Star Wars Stitch Along. Which, yes, it's a tradition. It will be back next year. And I started the Star Wars Past and Present by Tilton Crafts. And I am stitching this on 32 count white Lugana 1/1 full cross. And here's where I got to at this point. And my minder's a little Ewok needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then on the 5th, because Shannon from Soldier Stitching asked that we start this on this day because that was her birthday. I started on the Medieval Maiden by Joan Elliott, not this version, the red version, which I'll put a link to below because I don't have a picture of it. This is the Medieval Maiden, same shape, just totally different color scheme. And I am doing her on 28 Joblin in Iris from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here is where I got to. See? Totally different color scheme. And my minder is a pretty little crown needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. She's going to be so pretty. I think it took more time figuring out the color scheme, honestly, than the actual stitching did. Then on the 6th, this over here, I started Serafina from Mill Hill. This is also another one that worked for the Tour de Designers. And here is where I got to on her. And I have a little poinsettia needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then, on the 7th, it was my son's birthday. His golden birthday, he was very likely always going to say because he turned 7 on the 7th. And in honor of him, I started The Soccer Ball by Mill Hill, which also worked for Tour de Designers. And as I said on the Instagram tag when I posted it, it's not a grumpy cloud. It's what it looks like right now. Not a grumpy cloud. It's going to be a soccer ball. Right now it looks like a grumpy cloud. But there's that one. It's only 3 colors in this one. I didn't even bother separating out the floss. Like, oh, here's white, here's gray, here's black. Then on the 8th, I started 2. The first one that I started was Mary Stitchmas, which was the 2016 Christmas ornament exclusive from Stitch Niche. It's a whole little kit. And here is where I got to on it. Used a little needle minder I got from Stitchy Box in my Stitchy wallet, which I used on my trip to New York, and it was fabulous. No issues at all going through security. Kept it all in one place. I could slide it in the bag of the one project I brought. Awesome. Here's going to be the funny story. So the next one that I started was Tudor Rose, which was from Cross Stitching Needlework, March 2014. Don't have a picture to show you of it because this is what it looks like now. Hi. You see, when I got to this piece, I didn't realize it was more of an embroidery piece than cross stitch. So I sat down and meticulously ended up cutting out things one at a time, traced them onto my fabric, which is 28 Jobelan, just white Jobelan, and started stitching the tracing. Yeah, that took at least like 2 hours to get all of the things put out and traced. But I think it looks good for the tracing, and now I'm going to do the outlines, then I'm going to go back and fill in the borders. And my minder is a rose needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. Yeah. See, here's all the little pieces. Because, you know, I saved them all. Why not? Then, on the 9th, let's get this unattached. Gotta love it when the pile of pieces gets attached because of the needle minders. The 9th was Saxony Santa by Mill Hill, which is another Tour Day Designers piece. And here is where I got to on it. I loved the colors on this one. This one's really pretty. And my minder is a Dear Santa I Can Explain from No Name Needle Minders. Then on the 10th, I started one more stitch from Little House Needleworks. And this one I am doing on 32 Lugana in Earthen from Picture This Plus. And here's where I got to. And my minder is from No Name Needle Minders, Needle Pulling Thread. $32 minutes in. Jesse, I'm not sure if your video is going to be longer or not. Then, on the 11th, my next start was Afternoon in Rome by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this one is also being done on 28 Jobelan in Ice Crystals from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And there's where I got to. And I have a Betamax needle minder, not because Betamax has anything to do with Rome, but Kate gave me this pattern and she gave me the minder as a gift, so I included them together. Then on the 12th, I started two more. That goes over there. The first one I started on the 12th, let's get this up here, was my Scotland Santa by Mill Hill, another Tour Day Designers one. And here's where I got to on him. And my minder says, I'll thank you to take your hands off my wife. I believe I got that from Brenda's Minders and More. Outlander. Then the second one I started on the 12th, which made sense because it was the 12th, was the 12 Days of Christmas. This version came out of Cross Stitch Needlework January 2014. And it is being done on 28 Lugana in doubloon from Picture This Plus. Here's where I got to when I was working on it. Little partridge in the middle. And my minder is a little Christmas mixer needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. Then on the 13th, I need to get a bigger box over there. I started on the Tuscan Cottage from Mill Hill, another Tour Day Designers piece. And here is where I got to, working on it. I like my crown. It may become a staple. What do you think? Should I wear it every video? Then on the 14th, I started Penguin by Jim Shore from Mill Hill, which I also counted for Tour Day Designers. And here is where I got to on it. My minder's little Rudolph needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. Then on the 15th, I had my other contribution to Jessie Marie's Manic Mirabilia Mondays or whatever it was. And it was The Halloween Fairy by Mirabilia. And I am doing this one on 32 Lugana in Twilight from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here is where I got to. Ooh, color is more accurate back here, but you can't see the stitching. There's the stitching. It is not that bright blue of a fabric. But my minder is a little spider needle minder from the Halloween Countdown box from Stitchy Box last year. That's 15 days. Told you there's a lot. 15 days and we are 36 minutes in. Let me scroll. All right, on the 16th, I had two starts. The first one was Wales Santa by Mill Hill, which, yes, I have seen the Santas for this year. They look awesome. I've already ordered them. And then here is where I got to on it. My minder is a little Queen of England stamp needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. I'm finally watching The Crown. So good. Finished binging House of Cards. All I will say about that, without getting too political, someone read the House of Cards script and decided to have it happen in real life. All I will say on that. But it's awesome. Then the other one that I started on the 16th was Afternoon in Paris by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this one is being done on 32 Joblin in Winterbrook. Hello. Hi. What's up? I'm doing my video. You okay?
Sure.
I'll be down in a little while. Husband's home. So here is Afternoon in Paris. This is being done on, where is it up here? 32 Joblin and Winterbrook from Under the Sea Fabrics. And my minder's a little Paris needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. Then on the 17th, I started on Lavender's Blue by Little House Needleworks. And this one is being done on 28 Lugana in Doubloon from Picture This Plus. And here is where I got on it. Worked on one of the trees. And my minder is Little Crown Needle Minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Then the next one is Butterfly Bliss from Glendon Place. This was the limited edition release for the Nashville market that I ordered from someone who got it, or a store who got it. And it came as a kit, and it is being done on 28 Cashel in Bashful from Picture This Plus, and the thread is actually Sullivan's floss. This is the first time I'm using Sullivan's because it came with it. My minder's a little butterfly needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. The fabric is actually a pretty pink. It's kind of the way, back here it's a little bit more accurate to color. It's a really pretty pink, and the color just doesn't pick up well in photos and stuff. Then the next one is the Avignon Santa from Mill Hill, another Tour Day Designers piece. And here is where I got on it. And my minder's a little crown needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then the next one on this is the 20th. Okay, this is Fancy a Jane Day from the Sampler Girl. This was a gift given to me by Kate, the Queen of Starts, because she knows I love Jane Austen. And I'm totally messing with this. I am doing this one on 32 linen in winter white from Zweigert for Stitchy Box, and I'm using Dinky Dyes in Desert Dusk instead of the red. Fancy a Jane, and then the little blurb for the next word. And it's, there is no charm equal to tenderness of heart, a Jane Austen quote. But I love the colors. It was a very quick stitch. Should not take long to finish that one up. Whenever I get back to it. Then on the 21st, I started Gabrielle from Mill Hill, Tour Day Designers. And here is where she is at this point. Minder's a little Christmas star needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then the 22nd was my birthday. And we had a stitch along. And the idea was to do something either related to royalty or to Doctor Who. I did both because I'm me. So the first one I did was La Princesse from Les Bons Mots. I'm sure I'm butchering all of that, but that's okay. And I am doing this one in 28 Cashel in Gothic from Picture This Plus, which my autocorrect on my notes changed to Casual. And here is where we are. Now I substituted out the flosses, and I'm doing it all in Petite Treasure braid and beads. This was supposed to be just a gray DMC, but I like the sparkle instead. And then my needle minder is You May Address Me by My Title from No Name Needle Minders. And then my other new start was Space Traveler from Heaven and Earth Designs. This design is retired. And I am doing this one on, where is it on here? Oh, 32 count white Lugana 1/1 full cross. And here is where I got to when I was working on it. And my minder is also from Heaven and Earth Designs, also retired to match the piece. Now here is where I'm going to go back to full coverage on the 5th, which I forgot to pull out in my notes. So on the 5th of May, we had our full coverage for the 5th. I don't have all the stats written down for this one, but oh well. I decided to work on my Exploding TARDIS by Sprite Stitch. So I added more to that second page of confetti. I don't have all the stats of the fabric and all, but it's a freebie from Sprite Stitch. I'll put a link to it below if I remember. And my minder is an Exploding TARDIS needle minder. They're both being kept in my Exploding TARDIS bag. So that's why it was easy to get to. Then, let's see, where are we? The 23rd, I started the Florence Santa by Mill Hill. And here's where I got to on that one. The little crown needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. All these threads carrying in the back. Sorry. Hello, needle. We all do that. Then on the 24th, it goes over there, yes. 24th, I started Queen of My Castle and Needle by Primitive Needleworks. And I am doing this 1/1 on 32 count linen in natural white and petite point from Witch Up for Stitchy Box. And my minder is a little crown needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. How many times can I say Stitchy Box? I haven't even gotten to stash yet. Then on the 25th, I started Spring Tapestry, which is an Ink Circles kit exclusively for Stitchy Box. I'm doing the blue version, not this green and red one. And it all came as a kit. Here is where I got to when I was working on it. My minder is a pretty flower needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Then on the 26th, I started on the Venice Santa by Mill Hill. And here is where I got to on that one. My minder's a little crown needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Lots of Santas started. A ton more to go. It's okay, I'm having fun. Then on the 27th, I started Not How Many You Finish. It's not how many you finish, it's how many you start from My Big Toe Designs. And I switched out all the colors on this one too. I am doing this one 1/1 on 32 count Joblin in Raspberry from Witchelt. And I'm using Dinky Dies flosses. So there's where I am at this point. And my minder says create, to cause, to exist, to bring into being, from No Name Needle Minders. Then we are on to the 28th, which is The Needle's Eye by Prairie Schooler, and I'm doing this version down here, which says, the needle's eye is wide enough for two friends, the hoop version. And I am doing this one on 28 count lamb's wool over 1. Lamb's wool, not white lamb's wool. Lamb's wool. It's kind of boring right now. It's okay. And my minder is a Gemini needle minder from Minding My Minders, which is no longer open. Oh boy. Then on the 29th, I started 2. The first one was Afternoon in London by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this one is being done on the other half of the 32 Joblin in Winterbrook from Under the Sea Fabrics. There's where I got to. My minder's a little London needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. And the second one that I started that day was another Sandra Cozzolino Santa, but it was actually from Janlin. This is Saint Nick from the Janlin Collector Series. One of her series before Mill Hill. Mill Hill is her most recent distributor for these. And here is where I got to on that one. Different color perforated paper, you notice. Minder's little Rudolph needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. Then on the 30th, I started what I am calling Over the Rainbow, because that's what it's titled right over there. And this one is the version that was in the Cross Stitch Crazy May 2016 issue. And I am stitching this on 28 Lugana in Forest Bloom from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, but it was in a Stitchy box. And here's where I got to. I have my Glinda needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. And then my last start for Stitch Mania was my Canterbury Santa from Mill Hill One last piece for the Tour Day designers. And here is where I got to on him. And my minder's a little wingy jewel needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. 37 starts. I have decided that the only other starts I am doing this year will be on the 17th of each month. So I've got some new starts to plan tomorrow that I'll show you. And then November is Nano Stitchmo, a play on NaNoWriMo. And I'm going to do 50 starts. That'll be crazy. No big deal. And we're doing Nano Stitchmo again next year. So there's another 50. Now, while I have been working on all of these pieces, I have been keeping up on my 1 stitch a day, which absolutely is going to go way past 2017 because we're only halfway through and this is how far I am. We're on to row 4. So I'm going to just pan across here so you guys can see where we are at this point. There's my Captain Hook needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. You want to see the back? How crazy the back is? Look at all that craziness. I'm not doing this one for the neat back, but stats. Let me scroll down so I can give you all of the statistics. I have worked on 316 pieces. There are 38 beads, 11 classic color works, 95 dinky dyes, 261 regular DMCs, 1 DMC Pearl number 12, 7 Gentle Arts, 31 Jottery designs, 96 kit threads, 20 Krennic number 4s, 3 Krennic number 8s, 6 Krennic Silk Mori, 123 Mose Sail, 16 NPI silks, 4 Petite Treasure Braid, 7 Silken Colors, 2 Sullivans, 3 Water Lilies, 20 Weeks Dye Works for a total of 744. It's a lot. But I'm loving how this is turning out. I think it's awesome. But yeah, it's gonna go for a while. That's okay. I figure what I will do is when we get to the end of 2017 and I've put my last stitch in for 2017, I will do the back stitch date of 2017. So you can see everything up to that point is 2017 and then the next will be 2018 and so on and so forth. We'll see how long it takes to fill this up. So that's what I've been working on since I saw you guys last. Sorely behind on Flosstube, so I'm not entirely sure what everyone else is working on, but that's what I've been working on. All right, plans. Like I said, it is my intention to be coming back to weekly videos, but like I have also said, I am not going back to my regular whip rotation quite yet. I want to get through these stitch-alongs first. So my plans are to keep working and see how far I can get on these 4 stitch-alongs. I've shown you the ABCs. I have shown you Birthstone Dragons. I will show you a reminder. I have not touched this since I saw you guys last, but I will show you my Fabulous Women in History by Clouds Factory, which is being done on 32 Belfast and Lycan's Moon from Under the Sea Fabrics. And here's where I stopped. Or I guess I'll do it this way. So I have several months to work on. But there we go. There's all sorts of floss changes and bling and all that sort of thing. And then my minder is Well-Behaved Women Rarely Make History. Marilyn Monroe quote from No Name Needle Minders. So I want to get caught up on this because I love the ones that they've come out with. And I'm eager to see what else they're coming out with. And then the one I am most far behind on, because I do these in alphabetical order, is Happily Ever After by Frosted Pumpkin. And I'm doing this one on 32 Lugana in Care to Win from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, and I'm using flosses from Mose Sail. Here's where I am. Yeah, I'm really far behind. I like this piece. I love the colors, and I like the design. And my minder's a little Frosted Pumpkin needle minder. My problem with this piece, it is the 3rd storybook piece in 4 years for Frosted Pumpkin. And I think I'm a little burned out on stories. So here's my plea, if you Frosted Pumpkin ladies watch this, don't do stories next year. Or travel. Do something else. Anyway. So we'll see where I get to on these stitch-alongs by the time I come see you next. Tomorrow is the 17th, which is the Year of Starts One Day Stitch-Along in Mania. I have plans to start 2 of them. The first one that I'm going to start is an electronic pattern I'll put a link to below. It's the Sarah Davis Clonmel Sampler by Stitchy Box. We are hosting a stitch-along for it in Stitch Mania. We are the official host for the Stitchy Box stitch-along. So if you are doing this pattern and aren't a member of Stitch Mania already, come and join us. First check-ins are going on now. Luckily, the lovely Liz agreed to let the first check-ins be floss and fabric if you hadn't started. I haven't started. But here's what I'm going to be doing this on. This is 32 count Murano in Lightning Storm from Joddery Designs, my fabric of the month. And my minder is this pretty crown needle minder from No Name Needle Minders. And the reason I'm doing this sampler, this old world sampler on this colored fabric, is because I'm going to do it with the recommended NPI silks. But when you look at some of these colors, it just wouldn't work on a normal neutral color, especially these pinks and yellows. But I think it's going to look awesome on this one. So I'm going to start that. And then the other one I am going to start, it's also from Stitchy Box. Told you I was going to say Stitchy Box a lot today. It is the Heart Medallion palette, which is designed by Kesslins exclusively for Stitchy Box. It's a whole kit, got everything back there. So I'll start working on that. And my minder's a little blingy needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. So since I'm not going back to my regular whip rotation yet, I don't have any other whips or any other plans to show you guys right now. So an hour in, 57 minutes in, we're moving on to stash. Now, I'll admit right now it's about an obscene amount of stash. But remember, 1, it has been a month and a half since I've seen you. 2, it was my birthday in May. So a lot of this was purchased with money that was not mine, if that makes sense. Between gifts, gift cards, I had a couple of minders sent to me as presents, you know, that sort of thing. And because the topic has come up again in Mania, if you have money to spend on stash and you want to spend it, spend it. If you don't worry about it. It shouldn't be a judgment call either way. You shouldn't judge people by how much they do or don't spend on their stash. As long as it works within their financial means, which mine does, then go for it. No judgment, one way or the other. And no, I will not answer questions about how much I actually do spend. No one's business but me and my husband. All that being said, let's get started. All right. I don't even know which part of the palette. Okay, I'll start with the smaller part. Fabrics. 2 fabrics of the month came in. I don't know if these are May, June, whatever. These are just 2 fabrics of the month that came in since I've seen you guys last. This one is from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. It is 28 Joblin in Purple Pansies, which is a really pretty purple and like a pale yellow green. It's really pretty. And then the other one that I got, this one actually I do know it is May because it says May on it. This one is 32 count Murano in balloons from Joddery Designs. It is the May fabric of the month. It's just a really pretty bright pink. Love that. Then let's do, I'll do this one next. It's all organized over here. Just didn't decide which order I was going to do it in. I ordered the lovely Liz from Stitchy Box. Also had a birthday in May. May Babies Rock. Just saying. And she had a sale on her surprise packs in honor of her birthday. So I ordered a surprise pack. Not expecting, just, you know, to celebrate and support. And you know what? Not, why not? Can't hurt. Wanted to figure out you know, didn't think I'd get one of the big ones. I got one of the big ones. I am so excited about this. This is my favorite part of this really big package that I got for the not so huge price. You have now a free 12-month subscription to our Just the Thread subscription. I've already contacted Liz. She already knows that I've got this. Do not try to claim this. I'm so excited. I've wanted to try Just the Threads, but I haven't been able to do that one yet. I will take a free year subscription. Thank you. So what else came in my bag? Remember, this is, I paid for the largest size bag, but this is like a super size, which I think it's every 50 is a super size randomly. So I got this pretty, this is putty. It is a fat 1/8 of the 40 count linen in putty from Weeks Dye Works. It's really pretty neutral green. 40 count. I can do it. If I can stitch ABCs on 1/1 on 24 count and all that, yeah, that's nothing. Then it also included this cute little floss organizer kit from Redgate Stitchery. So it all comes with the floss and the little thing in the back. You know I love these. There was one of the limited edition Gentle Arts flosses, which I have to look it up because I didn't write the name down of it yet, but it's really pretty. Then we have Northern Lights in magenta. And we have Lady Dot creates some hand-dyed chenille in algae. It's really pretty green. She does do a good job of making sure everything goes together in the package. Then I have these Toho size 11 seed beads in Opal Rainbow Sour Grape. Pretty green. Then these are Precosa Pip beads, 5-7 millimeters in light red. And this really pretty one, it is a glass Murano crystal or glass bead. I love the Murano glass. Blown glass is so awesome. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's gorgeous and it will go somewhere. Just the threads. White girl dance. So once I start getting that subscription, you get to see that too. All right, flosses. Some of these were ordered from Stitchy Box just because. Some of them were ordered because I needed it. And not just from Stitchy Box, just because. Some of them were ordered just because I got my floss of the month. I'll show that one last. Here's some of the just because ones that I got from Stitchy Box. This from one of their previous supply boxes. This is Jacaranda, which is from Cottage Garden Threads. It's really pretty. This is a Glisten Gloss. Really pretty one. This gorgeous Water Lilies in Havana. Love it. This is Valdani in Primitive Purple. It's hard to see the purple, but it's purple. And then this is the last one from Stitchy Box. This is a Valdani in Explosion in Greens. Very pretty greens. Then I had a couple of flosses that I purchased because I needed them for patterns. Here's a Krennic number 4 braid in 027. It's a pretty sparkly orange. And then a Classic Colorworks in Bunny Honey. Then I ordered another one of the grab packs from Dinky Dyes online. So it all came, it's one of the grab packs of different colors. And it has a little freebie that came with it. I use these packs when I, like that's where I got all of the flosses for my ABC, and all of the place where I'm substituting Dinky Dyes is from these packs. Because these packs are awesome. And then, my threads of the month from Jottery. So I'm assuming this is May, but here we go. We have On the Pier. This is Beach Huts. This is Sunken Galleon. This one is Lionfish. Oops. This one is Autism Awareness, the rainbow. This one is Care Bears. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 of the May 2017 limited edition celebrations. This one is Lilac Breasted Rollerbird. This is Bee Eater. Funny name. This one is Closed Brain Coral. Another interesting name. And this last one is April Showers. Kind of ironic and came in May. So there's flosses. Next, let's do minders. Get all these minders over here because, you know, I like minders. So let's see. I'm reaching over here. Sorry, guys. All right. I have minders from just about everyone today. I have my 2 minders of the month that I got from Down Sunshine Lane. Here's the little birdhouse, and then here's the little beach house. They are both totally adorable. Then, from Nifty Needle Nannies, I placed an order for some, and I also got a lovely gift also. So here are the ones that I ordered. Here is a pretty rose for Beauty and the Beast, which I love. We all know this. Here is the Millennium Falcon, champagne bubbles, and a bottle of wine. Here is another red bottle of wine. I don't like red wine. Generally, I prefer pinks, but I liked this minder better than the white one. And then a little cutout of a corset. Then the 3 companions. This is River Song, Amy Pond, and Rose, plus a Outlander sword. And then the birthday gift that the lovely Julie sent me was 2 of the agate slabs, which are so pretty. Thank you, Julie. Then from Brenda's Minders and More, I have 2 that were Minders of the Month since I saw you last. Cool little fleur-de-lis. And then this pretty one. And then ones I ordered from her. We have this dragon on a sword, some crowns, because crowns, and lock and key. I think she had a sale is what I'm recalling. Some Easter eggs, black heart, another little pearl heart, a castle, and a pretty blingy one. Here's some more just pretty blingy with a fairy and a fairy's welcome. These 3 are awesome. I love the stones. I couldn't decide between them. Fairy's welcome sign, little other pretty blingies. And then she sent me a lovely birthday gift as well with a nice little card. Isn't that gorgeous? Pretty big emerald. I love it. Thank you, Brenda. Then this one I saw, it's actually technically not a minder. It's a refrigerator magnet. And I saw it on someone's Instagram that I think is actually a crocheter, but I had to get this. It's from Etsy's shop called Square Penguin, or The Square Penguin. Stash Queen. Had to get it. Just had to. This is from England. That's where that company's from. Probably the only thing I ever buy from them, but I had to get it. Then Delicious Threads. I had a cute little owl to stitch. Then we have a Venus minder, a little pinup. These 2 are awesome. They're Daleks crossed with My Little Pony. So this is the Twilight Sparkle Dalek, and this is the Rarity Dalek. This one is all of the different screwdrivers, Doctor Who screwdrivers. And this one is I Am a Grimm. It's referencing the television show. It's an inside joke between me and one of my best friends that I got that one. So, from Delicious Threads. And then from No Name Needle Minders, these are different orders, but I can't remember which ones. This was a freebie, the little ladybug. This one says, always lets you be the queen. I love Mr. Darcy. Soccer for my son and penguins. Then we have Amy Pond. Rose, technically as the, not as Rose, but the button for the Day of the Doctor. Home Sweet Home, Castle, Crown. Pretty stained glass. Then we have, and I'm totally blanking on her name because I want to call her Victoria. Because she's Queen Victoria now. Clara Oswald, number 10, who's my favorite. And then number 11, who's upside down. Supposed to go like that. Eager to find out who number 13 is going to be. Then we have, these are also from No Name Needle Minders. I Love My Princess, because that's my daughter. Crown, Crown. TARDIS. Rory. Fairy Tales Do Come True, because it's sweet. Another Crown. And this one is Verona, because it's one of the places that I have been that I didn't have a minder for. Yes, I have been on Juliet's balcony. More from No Name Needle Minders. This one is This Is My Happy Place. This one says, every great story happened when someone decided not to give up. This one right here says, if only my wine glass stayed as full as the laundry basket does. I'm sure every mother can appreciate that. This one is, the secret to a clean house is never to let your husband or kids enter it. So true. Pretty Gemini. This one is, strength is a river cuts through a rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. And then this one right here, it says, life has never been normal. And then this one I don't think I read. It says, every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. All very nice inspirational quotes. Except the wine glass and laundry basket. And then the last one, this is a freebie, the little umbrella one. Then we have a queen bee. This is Gemini in the star symbol. This is peace, love, and Santa. Hello. Crafty. Beep. Sorry. Cover that up. Not safe for kids. Keys. This one says, ain't no revolution without women. This one is Roma, for Rome. This one is elect women for a change. This one is resist, unlearn, defy. Not saying anything else. This one right here says, my imaginary friend thinks you have serious problems. It's true. And then we have Firenze and Venezia. Florence and Venice. Minders. Minders make me happy. And I did see the one comment, thank you, that they are selling these boards again. Yay. I will need to get the boards again. Still ain't done, people. All right, kits. A lot of these patterns and kits that I'm going to show you, I'm going to do kits first, then patterns. Most of these were birthday gifts or gifts purchased with birthday money. Because, you know, you can never have too many no-hill kits. There's a lot. All right. We have Balthazar from the Magi. This is the Gloria Angel from the Nativity Trilogy. This is Melchior from the Magi. Gaspar from the Magi. Mary from the Nativity Trilogy. This is the Baker Santa, one of Sandra Cozzolino's. This is the Charmed Santa Face San Nicolo. I have completed this. You're going to see a lot of these Charmed Santa Faces. I purchased the whole set. This is Santa Claus. This is the Butterfly Egg. It is all beads. Another one of those all beads sets. Got the rest of these too. Told you, money to spend. This is the Daffodil Egg. This is Santa Noel from the Charmed Santa Faces. This is Apple Harvest. This one is the Garden Santa. Another one is Sandra Cozzolino's. This is Father Christmas. This one is Toymaker Santa. This one is the Equine Santa. This is Kris Kringle. This is the Feline Santa. This is the Wildlife Santa. His beard is really cool. This is the Chick Egg. This is Father Frost, the Charm Santa Faces. This one is Charming Santa from Charm Santa Faces. This one is the Sheep Egg. And the last of the kits is the Drummer Boy, because it's not officially part of the Nativity line, but Little Drummer Boy is my favorite Christmas carol and must have a Drummer Boy. All the materials. There's still more. And the rest of these are patterns. Ready? Some of these are gifts. Some of these are my monthly automatic mail-outs for a couple of those series. Others I was enabled. Oh well. This is A Little Stitch by Lizzie Kate. Stitch every day. These are two from the Main Street Flower Shop. We have the Flower Shop, it's the Main Street. So here's the Flower Shop from Country Cottage Needleworks. And here's the bookstore. I think I'm going to do all these in one piece next year. Then here is of the Early Americans from Little House Needlework. Number 2 is John Hancock. And then number 3 is Martha Washington. Another one I'm probably going to do all in one piece. Then I got the 3 other parts from Hands On Design, 7 a.m. Somewhere, Coffee and Friends, and My Cups Runneth Over. Then I was waiting on this one. I have all of the other days, but these are the 12 days from Hands On Design for the partridges and the doves. And remember, I don't even remember where I got all of these, when they came in, what the order was. They just came in. Here is My Stash is Huge and I'm Not Ashamed by Waxing Moon Designs, because I ain't. And this is awesome. This one I got because it's called Katie's Sewing Purse. And it's Katie with a Y, which is the proper way to spell it. Sorry, all you IEs out there. But it's this really pretty little purse and stitching fob, and you can put your own little wallet together. So this is going to be a challenge, but I think it'll be cool. So then I got the next Ink Circles Stitchy Box series, and I accidentally cut the top. Oops. This one is Lace Flowers. It's got the whole kit and caboodle. Then here is from Tiny Modernist. Cross stitches are X-rated. Then this one is from Hinzet. I don't know how to pronounce this one. It's You Are My Sunshine. I want to say Trisha from 3 Hour Threads is doing this one. Trish. I could be wrong. But this is my song that my dad sang to me growing up, and it was the song that we danced to at my wedding. So then I'm not going to flip through this because it's all just patterns. But I did get the Stitchy Box Samplers Ackworth School Motif Pattern Book. It's really cool. It is, 100 pages of motifs on every other page. So you can make your own sampler or onesie-twosie little things if you want to. It's very cool. But I'm not going to show it to you because, like I said, it's all patterns. And Liz would not be happy with me if I did. So, very cool little book. Then I placed an order at Lila's Studio because I finally couldn't, there was a sale. I couldn't resist. Let freedom ring. I got it. FOMO. No, I actually love it. I love historical. I'm a political junkie, historical junkie. This will be a start next year. And then while I was at her shop, I also got Verses for Stitches, verses 1 and 2. Whoa, glare. So the first one is Any Day Spent Stitching is a Good Day, and then Cross Stitchers Are People Who Count. Then the second part of the series is Happiness is a Contented Stitcher. And then the third part of the series is Live Well, Love Much, Stitch Often. Because we all know if I start a collection, I need the whole thing. It's a problem, people. All right. Still got more. Probably my longest video in a very long time. Okay, then I got Let's Have Fun at Grandma's, with the intention to make this eventually from my parents. Then this one is from the Drawn Thread. It's the Butterfly Garden. It is hard to see up close, but it's so pretty. So pretty, I actually ordered it twice. Didn't realize it. Oops. Then, you know, because of all the Sandra Cozzolino Santas that I'm doing, I had to get the Nutcrackers. So we have Italy, Scotland, and Poland. And these are just charts, so I'll have to get the kit up. I have to kit them up myself. Spain, Switzerland, and Ukraine. Germany, France, and Ireland. And Greece, Denmark, and Sweden. I think these will be starts next year. Then Tilton Crafts was having a buy 3, get 3 free sale. I don't remember which ones I got for free and which ones I purchased. Doesn't matter. First one is Dark Force from Tilton Crafts. Darth Vader. This one is Notre Dame. This one is Cleopatra. Ooh la la. This one is May the 4th Be With You, Star Wars Day. The actual text in the pattern with it. This is Beauty and the Beast in green, because I just thought that was gorgeous. And then because I lust after him, Once Upon a Time's Captain Hook. Because hello, Captain Hook. Ain't done yet, people. Then, on my birthday, when my husband and I were going out, we stopped at Half Price Books. And I got some stuff there. I am not going to flip through these today. If you want to see me flip through any of these, put a comment below, and I will be happy to do so. But we're already at 1 hour and 22 minutes, and I still got more to talk about. So we're not going to do that today. But I did get, this is March, April 1988. I was 8 years old. No, 7 years old. And I hadn't had my 8th birthday yet. Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. Then here is a sample issue from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This one is the Cricket Collections, number 13. All these quilters' hearts. This is For the Love of Cross Stitch, the premiere edition. Right? Yeah, premiere issue, the very first one from Leisure Arts. Yeah. Then this was a Christmas special of the Cross Stitcher from 2004. So those are the magazines and pamphlets they had. Then I got Celtic, Medieval, and Tudor wall hangings in 1/112th scale needlepoint. So technically, these are all for dollhouses. But some of these patterns, I'm sure, I mean, it's not difficult to translate these patterns into regular cross stitch. But it is meant for stitching to hang in, like, this little teeny tiny piece. Hang on in a dollhouse. I think it's cool. Then this one is Art Nouveau cross stitch. Then I got Donna Cooler's 555 cross stitch designs for the young at heart. And 501 cross stitch designs by Sam Hopkins for American School of Needlework Inc. So if there are any of these you want me to flip through, I will be happy to do so. Just let me know. That is not all of the haul that I have, but I'm going to say this now. Here's your warning. What I have to show you next is the My Stitchy Box birthday countdown box. All 30 days, because I've opened them all by this point. I've spoken with Liz. Some of these will be mirrored in other boxes. Some of them will be similar, but the colors will be different because we all get to pick out a color scheme. If you are doing one of these, and this may not be the same box for future birthdays. I don't know what her rotation is with that. If you have ordered a box and you don't want to see, hello? You want to come say hi?
Yes.
Watch out.
Hello.
Hello. We have a haircut and we have a hole in the mouth. And we're about to have another hole in the mouth, so he'll have no top front teeth. Right?
Yes.
So we have finished the school year, right?
Yes.
What grade are you going to be in?
Second.
Second grade! The Stash Prince in second grade. That's insane. Look at that tooth. That tooth is just about to fall right out. Are you going to swallow that one? So my son has lost 3 teeth. The first one he lost when he was having a fit and he bit his father. The second one he lost at school. Was it in PE or recess?
PE.
In PE, he got hit in the face with a ball and the tooth fell out. This third one,
I swallowed.
in his sleep. We were wiggling, and it was on its very last little bit, and he didn't want me or his father to pull it, so he said, okay, well, let's see what happens. In the morning, it was gone. This one, I think, is going to do the same thing, because it's wiggly.
And there's a hole in my mouth.
There's a hole in your mouth.
There's more holes.
Yeah, because of your wiggly teeth.
Even my grown-up teeth.
I know. Your grown-up teeth aren't wiggly, though.
No, this.
Oh, yeah. Just in between?
Yeah.
Because that one, you haven't lost yet, right? This one you still have to lose, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Tooth Fairy still came in anyway, despite him swallowing his tooth. Not his fault. Well, it is, but it's not. Can you not make a stink face, please? All right. I am almost done. I have one more big thing to show. So can you go back downstairs?
I don't want to go downstairs.
You don't want to go downstairs? Okay, don't sit on my stuff. Okay, you have to be quiet here off screen, okay? You can look at all the different new needle minders I got.
Or just put them all together.
Yeah, I know. I've already shown them to everybody, so you don't need to show them, but you can just look at them, okay? You can leave them. You can leave them like that. That's fine.
This did not look good.
Okay. Now, as I was saying, if you do not want to know what could be in your birthday box, turn off the video now. Bye. See you later. If you don't mind potentially being spoiled and seeing what comes in one of these boxes, feel free to sit back and hang out. I've got 30 things to show you. I'm not going to be offended either way, but this is your warning, so...
I too got this.
That's okay. So, are we ready? All right. Let's see. I think I forgot. And we have, it's just
Why
like...
do you have Easter eggs?
Because I needed some Easter egg reminders. All right. Day 1. The Hooray chart from Heart and Hand Designs.
Cool.
I thought we'd start off with this fun little chart from Heart and Hand. It can be stitched with any combination of fabric and thread on any count fabric. Use your stash or hold on and use some of the goodies in your box. Because there are goodies in the box. That was a birthday card that I got.
No reason.
Oh, for my birthday. One of my friends sent it.
Happy birthday, stitching.
Happy stitching day. Yep. So day 2, Gloriana Classic Silk. Mine is in Peach Blush. It's really pretty orange and pink. Isn't that pretty, David?
Kind of looks like it has some red in there.
A little bit. So day 2, Gloriana Classic Silk. Gloriana is one of my favorite thread companies, and you just can't go wrong with their classic silk. Use 1 strand on higher counts, 2 strand on lower counts, and don't be afraid to use a touch of beeswax to strengthen the thread.
Beeswax.
Thanks, son. Stop. Day 3. This pretty lace edging. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that doesn't even look like it's for stitching.
It's to put on around fabric when you're finishing it up. It says Day 3 lace edging. This bit of crocheted lace edging can be used as an accent piece in your finishing or couched directly onto your fabric. In our next email, because she sends emails too, I'll show you how I used some to handle a project that did not quite fit its frame. Day 4. I got some Delica size 11 seed beads. We all know I love the bling. It's really pretty. Olive color. It says, who doesn't love a little bling? There's a lot of minders and they're all sticking together now, aren't they? Who doesn't love a little bling? Today's package was selected with your color preferences in mind. I hope you love it. And I do.
Those look like emeralds.
A little bit, don't they? Day 5.
bug just went up my nose.
Oh, lovely. It is a pincushion ring. How cool is this? Look, David, I have a ring for a pincushion. Or a pincushion for a ring. And look, you can stick pins into it or needles. It's like a wearable needle minder. Look at that. Not cool?
Where are needles?
This is, how cute is this ring? Handmade by Wee Little Stitches up in Canada. This little ring is adjustable and will help you keep your needles out of the couch cushion. I know, I do it too.
I don't see anything that you just said.
Day 6. It is over-dyed cotton floss. I got Weeks Dye Works in blue jeans. It says, I do love over-dyed cotton floss. Whether the variegation is subtle or bold, it always adds depth to your project. Today's thread was selected with your color preferences in mind. Hope you love it. I do. Thank you, Liz. Day 7. Stitching fabric. This is a 13 by 13 piece of 32 count linen in Highlander from Picture This Plus. Pretty green and a little bit of yellowish undertones. What do you think, David?
Sure.
Are you piling all of my minders together? That's going to be fun to deal with later. It says, today's fabric was selected with your fabric and color preferences in mind and designed to go well, thank you, with the threads in your shipment. If you haven't started your hooray yet, take some time to yourself and get stitching. You going to show what you have done to my minders?
Yes. I did.
Okay. I now have a pile of stuck together needle minders. Thanks, son!
I did this. I did this.
Now they're all stuck together. Thanks, son! I appreciate the help. That one's a minder too. What does that one say?
Stash queen.
It does.
I thought I said stash woman.
No.
They made that dress for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And only for you.
Okay, put those down.
Yeah.
All right, day 8 was wool felt.
Wolf belt. That doesn't even look like a wolf.
It's felt made to feel it.
This did not even feel like
It
a
is
wolf.
Well, not wolf. Wool, like Baba green sheep. It says wool felt can be used. Wool felt can be used directly in your project as an applique or to help you finish a pin pillow or other small. Okay, do not unthread that. Do not reach to unthread it.
Big.
Yeah, I've already shown that. Day 9, vintage seed beads. Mine are vintage check size 11 seed beads in transparent yellow.
Done.
Okay, put them down, David. These beads are truly vintage, over 100 years old. Since they're handmade, you may find a bit more of size variance with these than compared to the other seed beads you use, but it's worth it for the history.
Not more than the bed at Grandma's.
It's over 100 years old.
That's mostly the same thing as Grandpa's.
In Grandpa's bed, you had the bed that was my grandma and Grandpa's. Yep. So day 10 is a sewing motifs ribbon.
That just looks like all needle minders together.
Kinda. It says this woven ribbon can be couched directly onto your fabric or used in finishing a small. Can't wait to see what you do with it. Like stitched on.
Like that?
Not like sitting on a couch.
Not like you sit on it.
No.
You didn't tell me you had this.
What didn't I tell you I have?
This.
Yep.
Or this.
I have a lot of minders you don't realize.
Or this.
So day 11, this is called flower thread. It says flower thread isn't as popular in the US as it is in Europe, but its matte appearance can create an interesting contrast with more popular cotton flosses with sheen.
There's already
It matches
been
your
1
shirt.
hour.
I know. It's been 1 hour and 33 minutes.
Imagine
This is
that.
from, it's a Danish design. 510, really pretty turquoise. Danish.
Danish?
Danish.
Danish?
Mm-hmm.
Danicana?
Okay, what are you doing? Okay.
Just messing
Day
with
12 is some Toho size 15 seed beads. These teeny tiny beads, David. Well, add just a touch of bling to your stitching. So mine are Toho size 15 seed beads, 2C dark topaz transparent. Okay.
I was moving it so it could go straighter.
It needs to go like that. That's how it fits on my head.
Ooh, what?
David.
What?
David.
What?
Ina,
Hit myself.
you don't need to hit yourself with an owl. Okay, day 13. You look at the people. Did Dad go get you guys food?
No.
Tell him to go get you guys food.
Hey, Dad!
Okay, don't yell it.
Baby boo-boo!
Go, David.
Dad, go get Wendy's at McDonald's. Dad, go get Wendy's at McDonald's.
How about you?
Dad,
How about you say please?
please. Right now.
All right, David, come close the door.
I come back in.
Oh, great. Day 13 is Dinky Dye's Silk Thread. It's Dinky Dye Silk is another one of my faves. I love their color options, and skeins are very affordable. I hope you like today's colorway. I do. It's the Black Widow Stitchy Box exclusive. Can never have enough of that.
Mommy, Dad's not waking up.
Okay, go downstairs and stop yelling at him. And close the door, and I'll be down in a minute. I'm almost done. David. Another reason why I haven't done a video in 6 weeks. Go. Stash prints.
No.
Okay, then you need to sit down and be good.
It hasn't been 6 weeks.
Since I did a video.
No, it has been 150 weeks.
I'm sure that's what some of my viewers have been thinking. Okay, day 14 is Fire Polished Crystals. These really pretty transparent blue.
Fire polished crystals.
Yes. It says, I blame Nicole from Northern Expressions Needlework for my obsession with these fire polished crystals. They're a bit bigger than regular seed beads, but still fit easily in your project.
Cool. They just look like glass. Two more needle minders to put together.
Oh, great. Day 15 is some more stitching fabric. This is a fat 16th of 14 count Aida in mixed berries from Witchelt. I don't use Aida very often, but this is a nice soft one, and I really do like the color. David, stop taking them off of my needleboard wall. I hope you like today's fabric. Have you started stitching your birthday box goodies yet? I'd love to see what you're working on, so be sure to include hashtag StitchyBox in your posting. Can you go, please? I'm almost done. Go wake up your father and have him go get you guys dinner.
I already woke him up. He's just not doing it.
Well, how about you go downstairs and talk to him? I will be out in 5 minutes. Okay? Please. You're distracting everybody.
No, not.
You're distracting me.
That's not everybody.
Day 16 is hand-dyed velvet. It's really pretty pink. It says, Luscious, luscious velvet. This hand-dyed velvet comes from the cauldron and was selected to match your color preference. Use it to back a small or applique directly onto your piece. What are you doing?
Just looking at your needle minders. Haven't used it.
Got a lot of them.
And you have one of mine.
So this one is actually really cool. I'm excited about this. Day 17 was a bead owl.
A beetle?
No, it's very sharp.
Let me touch it. Ow.
Ow, it's sharp, isn't it?
Doesn't hurt me.
It says, watch out, this guy is sharp. She put a little tape on it too. Your owl can be used to enlarge the hole in a bead or open up the fabric for an eyelet or other open work.
What?
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Day 18, size 11 Toho beads, more bling.
Those are
Liz
cool.
knows I love bling. Are they pretty? These beads are a bit bigger than the beads from day 12. Try using them as a center of a flower or in the middle of a Jessica stitch. Take that off your finger, David.
Yes.
Stop. Day 19, Nymo beading thread. This stuff is fabulous. Not only is it an excellent beading thread, but it is also my favorite thread to use when sewing together smalls. I've gotten several of these now in the Stitchy Box countdown boxes. I think I'm going to actually have to try to use
I
it.
got this from Tracy's birthday.
Yes, I did. And where did we get that from?
Medieval times.
Medieval times.
Again.
And you had a sword.
A better sword.
A better sword than the one you got last year?
Yeah. Last year was made of metal and it's still broken.
It wasn't metal, it was foam.
No, it actually had something in it. That looked like metal.
Okay. Day 20
Ooh, day 20.
is DMC Coloris thread.
DMC Coloris.
David. Coloris is DMC's newest thread, debuting in 2016. With 4 distinct colors and quick repeats, this thread really shines in monochromatic work. I like this one. This one is 4505.
What are these?
More flosses that I got. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah.
Can you put them down, please?
I didn't look at the colors.
Oh, okay.
Super
So,
red.
day 21 is quilt fabric for backing. Another option for backing or finishing your smalls is quilt fabric. I always try to keep a section of neutral fabrics in my finishing basket.
What if you try to make your own crown on the thread?
With stitching,
Yeah.
I have a couple of pieces where I'm stitching crowns.
But stitch this crown.
Not stitching this crown. This crown I'm keeping on.
The stitches.
Day 22 is some more seed beads, more tiny bling. Just a few days left of your celebration month. Have you taken some time for you yet? If not, today is the day. These are delicate size 11 seed beads in silver lined dark purple. They are pretty. Put that down. I have already shown that. You're messing with my thread, dude.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's already broken.
It's not broken. I just don't want you messing with it.
I love messing with everything.
Day 23 is Fiberlicious Spun Silk.
Don't
Put it down.
Big down.
I love this spun silk. It's silk and it feels and stitches a bit like wool thread and it takes dye beautifully. Nguyen's colorways are all fabulous. Be sure to check out her website for more. It's a pretty one. This is called Rose Glaze.
Is this person called?
The lady who makes Fiberlicious silks.
Is this come with a
No. Day 24 is more stitching fabric. One more piece of stitching fabric for your stash. Hope you love it. Mine is a fat 16th of 30 count linen in lilac from Weeks Dye Works.
It counts your YouTube name.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Stash.
Stash.
Yeah.
This is really pretty.
Yeah.
Day 25, stop David. Day 25 is a silver charm. It's kind of hard to see, but mine's a really pretty little plant. It says, I love using different materials in my projects, and a touch of silver in the middle of a project adds interest. This charm can be secured using your Nymo or regular cotton
That
floss.
looks weird.
Doesn't it look pretty though? Don't pick it up.
What is this for?
It's just to put on a piece.
That doesn't make any sense. It's not a needle minder.
It's not a needle minder. It's to stitch onto a piece, like beads. These are precocious size 11 beads.
11
It says,
beads.
one last package of bling. These are mine are size 11 seed beads in metallic silver.
I wish I could have my piggy bank.
Oh, we can get that.
It haven't came yet.
Okay, we'll get that in a little while, okay?
Ever.
I don't need to talk about that right now. Day 27 is some E6000 glue. It says, stop, David. E6000 belongs in every stitcher's basket. It has a million uses, dries nice and clear, and will adhere to just about anything. Remember, a little goes a long
What
way.
is that for?
If I want to make needle minders or stitch some stuff and stick it together, I can.
So you can make a you and a me and a Teresa and a daddy.
I could,
But you won't.
but I'm not. Day 28 is Valdani Color Floss. It says, or Cotton Floss. Valdani's colorways are often inspired by the designers who work with them. With 10 yards per skein, you'll get a lot of stitching out of today's goodie. This one is blackened teal. It's really pretty.
Yeah, really pretty.
David. Then day 29, because you're interrupting. Mother of pearl buttons. These tiny buttons can be used in finishing or incorporated directly into your stitching. They go with just about any palette, which makes them a staple in my finishing basket.
Yeah, this is
Can you step over? Here,
No.
just take a step.
Yeah!
Okay, there you go. And then the last one, day 30. This is the Quaker Cake number 13. Designed by, it's the Quaker Fantasies by RATM. It's the whole line of Quaker cakes. There's 12 of them. This is the 13th that you get if you get the birthday box. It says day 30, celebrate Quaker Cake. Ari has designed a 13th Quaker Cake exclusively for our silver edition birthday box, which is what I got. The chart can be stitched with a variety of threads from just 2 colorways up to 8. Check out today's email for some stitch examples. And that's the birthday box. 1 hour and 44 minutes later. Future plans. Okay. Like I said before, my goal is to go back to weekly videos on Fridays. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. I'm going to start working on an updated video for my electronic patterns. I did one, I want to say back in 2015. I've added a lot since then. That would be not me talking, it'd be electronic picture video one. So I'm going to start working on that. No ETA on when it'll be done, but I'm going to work on it. I am going to do a finished but not FFO'd video. Not entirely sure when I'm going to do that yet, but hopefully soon. And then anyone interested in a book flip through, let me know. I hear a crying son, so I should go. Anyway, I have missed you all. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I will see you guys next time.